Hello, everyone. Um, I want to talk about something that I've been personally going through. For the journey of leaving a toxic environment situation that I've been in for the last 2 years. Currently, I'm staying at an extended stay. For some of you that do live in Florida, um, this is really not a good place to work with when it comes to women and children. They don't really have available places to help women. Because yesterday I was supposed to stay at one place and I was told there's a waiting list up to like a year. Shelters are not a good resource because they're full, or it's very endangerment to me when you're dealing with the outside public, when people are on the streets, homelessness, drugs. There's a way to do it, but like a lot of the reviews of some of the places I looked into, like one specifically, was not a good place. And it does frustrate me because I was able to get the help that I need to come here from my mother in law. Um, but it really bothers me in the sense through this journey, the process, and faith, you know, what should be the next step. And right now I'm feeling within with astrology and just everything going on. Yes, you're going to get some help, you're going to get some support. But at the same time, it's up to you to figure out the next step. And that's why I feel like I'm at figuring out the next step. And it was very scary to leave the situation that I was in. Like, I was feel like it was very mind changing, mind altering, and let's say it was very scary, mentally, because I never felt in such a presence where it's like more of a dark night of the soul, they say, where you're going through this transformation in your life, and it's a pivotal time in history where it's like you've got to leave. You can't live in something that's very toxic for your mental well being and for your daughter, and in this situation that I never wanted to be in, but that's what I was in. Anyways, I'll make this quick. My daughter woke up. Um, it's very pivotal moment right now and trying to figure out the right direction. I don't want to go backwards, but there's also some opportunities I could do. Um, it's just a lot going on because it's like in order to move somewhere, I'll need a job to move there. Like, that's an opportunity. A friend of mine that knows my husband, but also, too, it's like I could live with my family, but that's pretty much going backwards. Like, that helped me in a sense. And like, people get the conception of the idea. Tevin's locked up, yes, but also, too, he doesn't want to live here when he gets out. So if there's a way I can move to a different state than here and somehow get it, a job, get myself right, me and Haven right, and then when he gets out, he gets transferred there. It's just difficult here because I'm not getting the support that I need. But also, too, it's like I need some form of stability. I need some form of, not necessarily way out, but I need something that's going to be reliable and dependable. If it's not, it's not going to flourish. Because that's some of the issues too. Because it's like you want sustainability, you want a job, but you don't have the things to even get those things. Like, you don't have transportation. You may have a bus assistant, but you don't. Like, everything has to line up, and I think that's what a lot of people misconstrue with the idea Well, you need a job, but you need things to work to make that job as a mom. Like, you can't just get a job, but you also have to have a babysitter and all that. But it's not just a babysitter, it's the fact that it's like you got to have all these things working together: vehicle, transportation, all this stuff to function, to work in the reality. But what if we had an organization where they could help moms with all of that? That's why I was going to the Saul's Bachelor place, because they had all that there. They had where they'll help you with childcare, they have health resources, they have health and behavioral, they have vision, they have dentists. Like, they have these little resources all in one place you can live, but yet there's too many people there. And that's the problem, too. There's too many people in Florida who need help, who need shelter, who need this. And that's the frustrating part. Like, I could have stayed there yesterday, but I couldn't. But at the same time, it's like I'm kind of in a jam. So I'm pretty much in a hotel right now for a week. But I'm thankful for the help that I have got, the little that I have got. I'm thankful. But at the same time, that doesn't discount the fact that when this week's over, I got to figure out something else. And I have a friend that I could stay with her here, but I'll have to go in a different room or something. But anyways, it's really difficult when you're in this pivotal moment where you don't have all the resources or you don't have all the help that you would like. And it's pretty much up to you to figure out the next step. And that's really hard, especially when you don't have a job. And a lot of people, they judge people. I'm just saying this, they judge people because they do not have a job, especially when they have children. But if they're making the effort as the parent to get the job or to secure their situation, they are more stronger than you realize. And that's something that does bother me when people will say that, well, you need a job. Well, I need not only a job, I need something surrounding all these other issues that I've come across as a mother. It's not just about daycare, it's not just about transportation. Everything has to play its part and work in the circular, dependable way. And if it does not have it in the system to work within those diameters, then it does not work. That's why, and a lot of people would judge mothers, that's why when you're a mother, you're putting in all these hours to help and take care of your child. But at the same time, you also need time for yourself. You also need time to recover. You need that community. And that's what's missing in America. And people will bash me for it and will put me down when I don't like the state or the country that I was born in because of this. It's not the fact that, oh, it's the best land. It's the fact that there's a lot of things in this society that need to change. You can't say it's the best country in the world when you already see the problems of the world. And yes, it's not perfect. Hold on, honey. You can. And I'll close with this because my daughter wants to be in my video. And can I finish? But you can be in the video. All right. And yes, it takes pretty much a village. And yes, people can do it on their own, raising a child. But if you don't have community base, it's really difficult. How do you expect a mother to get a job? And my thing is, how do you expect a mother to get a job, to get these places that she needs to sustain herself if she doesn't have the community to help her? There's a lot to input on this, and some people, if they don't have children, they don't understand. Until you have children, you will understand the struggles, especially if you're in a so-called state that doesn't really support women. Yes, they have a lot of government assistance, but also too, there's a lot of people who need help that aren't getting help, or they're on waiting lists because there's too many people on these waiting lists. Anyways, I hope everybody has a good day. Would you like to say something?
Yeah. Everybody should kiss their mom.
Huh? Everybody should what?
Kiss their moms.
Kiss their moms.
Say how much. Yes, the hug.
All right.
That's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. That's all I needed to say.
You just woke up. What are you talking about?
I'm
Did
fat.
you sleep well?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. Have a
Can you
good day,
turn on
everybody.
that light? The
Yeah.
TV